Okay. Hello. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Zoom just said this meeting is being recorded. That's a first. That was kind of weird. I feel like I'm being spied on now. We are going to cover time management. Most of you here are doing, just a modifying of your pages. A few of you are students or are students learning to be instructors. And like Julie and Sandy and Janice, you are instructors trying to learn how to manage your students like me. And, we all have that 24 hours in a day. And what I want to stress to everyone is there is no one good way to keep track of your own time. Only you can do it the way that's going to work for you. Okay. So for me, what I ended up doing is if I were to show you my desk, which I can't with the way Zoom is, you would see a lot of little sticky notes of different colors all over. Oh, all different sizes even. And then bigger pieces of paper all over my desk. That is not a good way to stay organized. I have tried my best. It used to be worse. I used to have my entire big monitor and my laptop monitor covered with Post-it notes, covered. I would even resort to putting them on the wall when I was at my office at my full-time job, and I would put them on the wall at my house back in Minnesota. Well, here my walls are far enough away that they take me a little bit too hard to get to the Post-it notes. And I've done that on purpose to get away from the Post-it notes. And instead I have, I don't know where my other little planner went. I resort to notebooks now. And the planners, I have a couple planners. And then I've got this little notebook here that Shannon Kopke gave me as a gift for having her here at my house. And it's a to-do list little journal, which I thought was really a cute idea. It beats having Post-it notes. And as I get them finished, I can flip to a new page. Or if I don't finish, I can write more on it, or whatever works for me. It's a very versatile little planner. I got this at a local store at our HEB, in the little boutique that they have inside of HEB. But the biggest thing for figuring out time management is starting with a calendar, at least a monthly calendar. And go through with your family and fill it in with the items that are non-negotiable. Non-negotiable meaning any planned parties with the family, birthday parties. We're coming into graduation season. Get those graduation invitations organized and figure out which ones you're going to hit and put them on your calendar and block out those dates. Now, the one little calendar that I really use a lot that you'll see I actually used for the Wednesdays. I wrote those of you who want to cook, I wrote you in. So it's officially recorded that this week, tomorrow, it's Sandy, Emma, and Richard and Cherie that are cooking, and as well as Maddie. And if any of that changes, I do have backups all set to cook, like Kim. But Kim, I've already suggested your name to someone for June. So yeah, they're supposed to be reaching out to you. And so I wrote, I went in, and now you notice on the 5th, I had put my lines there, okay? But I put a big X through it, because what happened on May 5th? The big Vela Vita call, okay? But when you use, so you go through and you figure out your non-negotiables. Do you go to church? When we were back in Minnesota and attending Eagle Brook Church, Saturday evenings, I marked off because we did Saturday early service so that I could sleep in on Sundays. That was literally the reason. I needed one day to sleep in because Monday through Friday, I was up at 4 a.m. and out the door by 6 to be at work by 6:30, to get home by 5, to get immediately onto the call lines and somehow in there, fix supper, do laundry and all that. My husband thankfully cooks. My husband does all the laundry still, which is really nice. Having a partnership like that, divvying up the duties is huge in time management. But again, you have only 24 hours. You need to go through and mark off. You can take a notebook and write every single hour of the day in that notebook and fill it in. When are you going to sleep? When are you actually going to put your head on the pillow? We'll put it that way. Not necessarily fall asleep unless you're taking Slim. Give yourself 20 minutes to get to the pillow. It took me personally a long time. Richard is saying it's not him cooking, it's all Cherie. She gets all the credit. Okay, you'll open the wine. That's good. At least you'll open the wine, Richard. That's good. I really look forward to it. But I also go through every week and I fill in. Now, this is my hourly. Okay, so my little schedule, my planner, it's a Clever Fox, and it has columns for each day, Monday through Sunday, which I like so that the weekend is together. So if I'm gone for a weekend, I don't have to flip the page to see Sunday. It's on one column. But I go through and I write in my non-negotiables. Well, we know what our non-negotiables are here. You all have gotten that email, that training and support email of when our calls are every single week. They typically don't change. So there's a first non-negotiable. How serious are you in wanting to grow this business, that you're going to set aside the time that we have our calls, whether it's the Villa Vita opportunity call, the Wine Ambassador opportunity call, or if you're an instructor, then you're on the instructor call. That's Monday. That's just Monday, 3 hours. It's a big commitment. But if you want the kind of dollars that I want, Rory said on Saturday in the training, he's looking for millionaires. I'm right there. Not only do I want to be the next millionaire he creates, I'm looking for millionaires. And that's all a mindset. Millionaire mindset. Who's going to have it? Because once we hit millionaire mindset, now we're endless. We can jump to billionaire mindset now. Why not? Why not? We're still growing. So it's all in your mindset. I'm not here to guilt you. You may have a Bible study on Wednesday nights or Tuesday nights, or your kids have sports. Pouring into your kids while they're kids is a must. And I speak from experience where I gave up a lot of not being there for my kids. Would I get up and walk out of my office to go to a football game early when they were in junior high? Yep. Did my boss complain about it? Yep. Could he do anything about it? No. Because our human resources had put a little blurb in there that we had so many hours of personal time for school activities. I was only leaving a half hour early. That got me through all of football season and most of track because my boys both did track. One did football, the other one did cross country. As long as I was at the cross country meet before he came across the finish line, I was good. I was golden. If I could be there at the start of the race, that would be nice. But trying to get from track to field to football field in one season was a little hard, especially when they were in different towns. But it's all in what is important to you. If you have a weekly time that you've set aside with your buddies to play poker. I don't know of anybody that's doing that, right, Rick? Overstreet? I don't know if he can hear me, but I know that in his park that he lives, he and the buddies get together on a weekly basis. That's a priority. You need your socializing time. So don't let anyone tell you what's more important in your life. Only you can determine your time management. Let me let somebody in here. All right. When you're a student and you are modifying pages, you need to figure out how much time a day or a week you're going to set aside to build your business. Okay. What I was guided when I first started, when I got restarted with Rory, was 50% of my time should be spent modifying or creating pages, and the other 50% posting links, posting ads. That's why I teach all my students. I kind of sway a little bit on the flow, but I have you guys learn how to change the content on the homepage first. And then I have you do the wine page, whether you're in the wine or not, because that's how Rory does it. You modify that wine page. And then the very next thing I want you to do is learn how to post ads about that wine page. I don't care if you're not in the wine yet. I mean, I do, but I don't. In that I want you guys to start getting traffic coming to your site so that you're not playing catch up like I was to get Google AdSense. My pages were done. I had a few little cleanup the last couple of weeks. You guys saw that the other week on the call. But cleanup is nothing. Modifying the pages is the biggest. And then posting ads. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to get all my pages modified first and then I'm going to post ads. No, do it at the same time, because now you're going to be ahead of the game when Google starts looking at your traffic when you apply for Google. All we have left to do now is clean up. Do you have broken links? Nope. Rick does not have broken links. He's already verified that. He put it in writing to me. But now we're going to take a look. Yes, that's right. Thumbs up. And now we're going to take a look at his category pages to make sure those are modified and original and in alphabetical order. And he's still gonna, so 50% of his time is doing that. Plus he's also creating new content. We want you guys, in order to be seen as your entire site is original content, you want to add things in there that other people are not writing about. If you go to my site, you'll see that I've written about self-limiting beliefs, time management for the busy mom, and where I actually am giving little tidbits on, getting one of those shoe hangers to put on the door to put the kids' snacks in. So when they come home from school, they're not coming into your office and going, Mom, we're hungry. They know they can go to that rack and grab a snack and not bug you. That's huge. Now for me, telling the dogs that they have to wait till 5 o'clock to eat, they've been begging for an hour already. And now we're under another adjustment where I'm having to relook at my time management. How can I make sure that my mother-in-law's needs are being seen to, because she's now here with us? So everybody's life is constantly changing. And you just need to embrace the change. When something throws up on your schedule, like the accountant calling us yesterday going, can you come in to sign for your, oh, and by the way, pay your taxes. I had Heather to help me out on that. And that was a huge saver. That's what's nice about what we have here. If we were a normal MLM, I would not have had someone else to back me up as an instructor to keep that going. So number one, figure out your non-negotiables. Number two, figure out how much time you want to put into your calendar, into your day or week. For me, working full time, I spent most of my time Saturday night after church and Sunday on the couch on my butt or in my office, modifying and creating pages and posting ads. Okay. So 50% posting, 50% modifying and creating. Okay, so we've got those two things. Now we're going to throw in V-marketing. Okay, that's no longer a 50-50-50 because we can only total 100%. We got to manage our time a little bit. Priority on me, I want you guys to get Google AdSense. It's great to get customers in Velveeta. It's great to get customers and reps in Wine Ambassador, but Google AdSense, get it done before you start getting students. That's what delayed me the most, is I didn't get it done before I got students. And that was because Rory just said, hey, you're getting this PBS now, here's a student here. And all of a sudden I had 20 students working a full-time job. I didn't have time, literally, because I was letting all my time be sucked up with everything else going on in my life. And I just had to set aside priorities in January. What did I want? So my recommended ratio of time split. So if you're going to do 3 hours a day, your business, initially an hour and a half modifying and creating pages, the other hour and a half posting ads. And literally set yourself a timer, become disciplined. After 90 minutes, the buzzer rings, whether you're done with the page or not, you go off and you do your posting of ads. Google AdSense is where you get these little, if you go to my site now, Rick, to 4m81.com, you'll see that I have these fun little ads on my page that when people click on them, I now get paid by the click. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But that's a free income stream. That's no income, no investment required on you guys except time. Get your pages done, get your traffic flowing, and then let's apply for Google AdSense. The worst thing they're going to say is no. It's not no, not you're not ever going to get in here. It's no right now. It's no right now. I was told no right now 3 times, and now I got my yes. So, and I did it with the help of all you guys, allowing me to have time to do it. So, okay, we got the same 3 hours, now we're adding V-marketing. Well, those of you that are just getting started in V-marketing, might take an hour to do the first 10 or 20. But in a month, couple weeks, you might have your V-marketing down to 20 minutes. Whew, that's an extra 40 minutes of your 3 hours that you have time for. You have an extra 40 minutes of that hour that you would set aside for V-marketing. You can invest elsewhere. Well, if you don't have Google AdSense yet, keep going, post more ads. But if you're already posting ads and modifying pages, we're good. I suspect in the next couple weeks, Rick Overstreet will be applying for Google AdSense. That's how close you are. And Rick, are you able to unmute? When did you start? How long ago did you start with me? Was that in March? 2 months ago. Okay. Okay, guys, in 2 months, he's looking at Google AdSense potential. That's an income stream that's going to cost him no money. It just cost him his time. Right, Rick?
No, I qualified for that. I mean, I had no idea. I'm lost. I don't care. I mean,
yeah, it's all on Google, and we'll go through that training. We have special training that I had to actually learn because I'd never been told yes before. But it's all in time management. You know, what the overall, how are you going to spend your day? If you're spending 8 hours building your business, you've got a lot of time that you can crank out these pages. Now, everybody types at a different speed. Everybody thinks at a different speed. So how long it should take you to write an article, no one can tell you you're taking too long. No one can tell you you're not taking enough time, that you need to take more time. You know you. And each subject is different. You guys, it took me a month to write my why page. A month. Now, did I continuously work on it every day, day in and day out? No. But I had to get my mindset straight as to where I wanted it to be. Some of these pages, like Bitcoin, they take research. Go ahead, Rick.
Stacey?
Definitely.
The one thing I found out about modifying my pages, where you, not to spend a lot of time on modifying a page, you just get it done, get your 2 green lights, because you're just going to remodify them as soon as you learn about that product.
You figured out the secret.
Right? Am I right?
You are right. That's
Yeah.
how some people have gotten it in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So for those who are new, I would just get it to the green light. Get it modified right, but get it to the green light. Don't spend a lot of time worrying about content, because you're going to go back once you get that product, or once you use that product, or when you do have some downtime, you can learn more about it. I'm talking about like the cryptocurrency. I spent too much time on cryptocurrency and wallets and all that because I had no idea.
I was getting calls from Rick about Coinbase, you guys. He wanted to know the ins and outs of Coinbase that I had to go back and research more on.
Yeah. Well, I did too. I had to do a lot of research in it, but I spent more time than I should have, because I found out after I did that, I joined Coinbase, and then I started reading. Coinbase popped up in the financial news because they were going to go public and everything. So but you just learn about it as you get on and play it. Like there's another one I can't think of. Was it Response Magic?
Yep.
I'm finding that that probably can be useful, and once I learn more about it, play with it some, I'm able to go back and remodify my pages.
Right, but for now you are though changing the content so it's yours.
Pardon me?
You are changing the content so that it's your content versus what Rory's got written there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but I wouldn't spend a lot of time if you're new. Just get it done, because I did. And then I'm going back now I find myself, when I get to a subject or something that I got time, or that it comes up, I got time to go back and just remodify it and make it better. I did the same thing with my home page. I remodified my home page completely after I did it, because once I got involved and started learning more about everything and seeing how it kind of works, it was much easier to go back and modify to the point where I like it and that I feel comfortable with it. But I got pages that I'm not comfortable with at all, but when I get to them, I'll make them when I learn more about that particular subject or whatever it is. So just my thoughts is, don't spend a lot of time. Just get it to the green light.
Perfect. So you're not getting your head all wrapped around the overwhelming elephant of changing all of your site and all of those pages. You took it one bite at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I did it in the beginning, but not now, because I found out that you're wasting time. So just get to the green light, go on to the next page, get it to the green light, and then when you start learning about it, then you can remodify it, make it to your own. Because you're going to do it anyway. It's just bottom line. Same way with my wine page. I redid my whole wine page because I knew, I know what wine is. Obviously, I drank many bottles of Eddie Greenberg Springs and Boone's Farm when I was a kid. But no, I really didn't know that much about good quality wine. I didn't like wine. I've tried wine. But once I got into the wine part of it, I really enjoy a glass of wine now. And so I was able to go back and remodify my page to make it my own. So that's just it. And you will too. Everybody does, I think.
At the very beginning, we tell you guys in what's called the flow, that very initial call after we've sent you your PBS #1 with your password on it, we tell you, keep going. This is the slowest you're going to be. You're going to get faster. And one day that light bulb's going to go off and you're going, oh my God. I think we can all agree that the light bulb has gone off for Rick Overstreet.
Well, that's true, because like today I did my clothing page. Because I'm a guy, and I'm not buying no clothes for no woman. And I never did buy for my wife when we were married, or my daughter, or anybody else. But I did. I just went in, and obviously we don't have the link to go to with clothing right now. But hey, I went in there, and I just wrote a whole bunch of BS, and then my link I put in there somehow or another. I don't know how I did it. I just kind of figured clothes goes for wine, women, wine, that kind of thing. So I threw a little wine link in there here and there. But yeah, I mean, you'll get, once you start doing this, you'll be able to flow right through it. So, and I type like this. This is how I type. So don't, and on the Scott, ain't no such thing as this with me. It's
but the time management,
head down, looking up.
But now, Rick, for time management, you still did some shuffling of your time to work this into your day.
What's that again?
For time management, you did some shuffling of your own schedule to get this fit into your day.
Yes. And that's important too, because you'll find out when you're modifying pages and when you're posting ads like you're supposed to, modify a page, post that ad, modify a page. Yeah, you got to be organized and have, all your stuff where you can go right to it and speed up, because you'll waste a lot of time if you don't. So time management is very important. And
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I don't have a full-time job, so I have more time than the average working person who has to work 8-10 hours a day. And I can work my other job whenever I want, but it's still, I mean, time is time. You have to make it work for yourself.
Right.
It's important. I mean, I've been in business several different companies in the past, and people say, you have to remember this. You own the business, but and I was telling my youngest son, because he just started a business, and he was saying about how much time he's not being at home and stuff. But I told him, I said, well, you got to remember, you own your business, business owns you. So you got to kind of keep that in mind too. That's my philosophy. So you got to put time in your business if you're going to make it work. So how much time is all up to you, and how fast you want to build it's all up to you. It's just, I'm 60 years old, so I'm running out of time.
All right, speaking of running out of time, right when you were saying running out of time, it popped up that we have 10 minutes left. But I want to, offer at this point, does anyone have any questions? Go ahead, Kim. You've got your hand raised already. Can you unmute? You got to unmute, girl.
I just wanted to ask, where are we supposed to find that invite only page? How are we supposed to find that? Where is it? Because I must have either been in a coma or out of town, but I missed that whole thing. And I'm like,
say that one more time for me.
There's a by invitation only page.
Oh, he hasn't finished it yet.
Well, I've seen some people have it already up. So where'd they get it?
Where they wrote it themselves. They created the page based on listening to what Rory was trying to say to us on Saturday morning.
Okay, yeah, I was not here Saturday morning. I had a women's conference Saturday morning.
Yeah, no, so Rory this is where Rory is hunting from millionaires. Let's see here. I'm being asked by another MSI for tonight's call. And I have, let's see here. I have a few of you that are my direct students on the call. On Tuesdays, how they do that little testimonial thing? where an MSI introduces one of their students. Let's see here. Rick, Robert, Richard, Kimberly. I'm not sure who's on by iPhone. When do you guys want me to introduce you and have you guys tell your testimony on the call tonight? Come on.
I'll defer to another time. Thank you.
Darn you. All right.
That was Anna. She told me to tell you hello. She's just driving, coming home. So she's going to watch it recorded.
All right. Robert, since you cooked last week, you want me to highlight, you want to be on the MSI call tonight? Or not the MSI call, the business call tonight?
I don't know.
All right, that's a yes. Me and Robert Berry. You only need to talk for a few minutes. We don't need 15, 20 minutes. He's got a guest VIP speaker coming. Shh, you guys are the first to hear about it. I got it from Niall. Oh, this was recorded. Well, they're going to hear about it after the fact. All right. So any other questions on time management as far as like what planners to get or how to even start? Just go ahead and unmute if you've got a question. All right, for those of you that are instructors and are trying to figure out how do you figure out your schedule for your team, I give myself 2 hours with a brand new student with a half hour in between so that I can have a potty break, get some more water, or if the call is going great, you know, maybe we chatted a little longer. Maybe we got some more stuff done. Maybe we had some technical difficulty. It happens. I give myself a half hour window in between calls, or I try to. When it's, at least with the flow, when it's a follow-up call where I'm going to go over their first page, their first home page on the content, and probably introduce them to the anchor offers, at least the line, I give myself an hour. And then I give myself just a 15-minute buffer. Okay, I used to give myself a lot more. I used to really cut myself down and boom, 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 where I started being a Rory and overlapping calls. That's not a good feeling, guys. That's, you don't get your, you can't keep your mindset in the right place on staying organized. And I go by appointments. You know, my personal students all know if you try calling me on my phone, I'm probably 90% chance not going to answer it if we didn't have an appointment. If you reach out to me by Skype and say, I have a question, I got this page done, I think I screwed something up, something like that, by all means, you know, we will get you in the calendar. And what I've been doing is when it's a firm commitment, I would highlight it in orange that I knew, and those were my flows. I was averaging 1 a day, now I'm averaging 2 a day. It's crazy, you guys. That's, you know, we want to move you guys along because this is a fun time. We are in a huge growth spurt, and what Rory's bringing up, especially with these guest VIP speakers. I don't know the name, otherwise I probably would have told you. But, you know, it's crazy what we've got out here, this opportunity, and being more prepared for it is what I feel makes me, you know, who I am. But I want to relay that on to you guys, that if I can do it, for whatever excuses were in my way, I pushed them out of my way. because I was finding myself getting to work earlier to get more things done at work, and then finding myself sneaking onto Skype and helping students on Skype while I'm at my job, doing a quick call, shutting my door, doing another call. You know, Sandy, I know you're doing that at your job. You do that a lot, where you schedule a BRT call when you think you'll have a break at work. And, you know, we just make it happen because we want it to happen. There's a lot of family gatherings that we sacrifice in our house to get us to where we are now. And so now, you know, those sacrifices, I now can give my mother-in-law more attention. Sandy, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, guys, I would have never thought about doing this at work, but just the repetition of it. I mean, I would sit here literally for an hour getting ready for a call. And then once you just start doing it, 15 minutes, now it's even 10. Now I'm downstairs, I rush up here 5 minutes, and it just gets easier the more you do it. And you know, doing it from work, I never thought I ever would, but you got to do it when you can do it. So just my 2 cents.
Perfect. Yeah. And, you know, and sometimes, you know, like I've got a bunch of classmates that wanted to get together. Or even well, like when Shannon came down here and visited for a weekend. You guys, we didn't really socialize except on Wednesday night. We didn't go shopping around, you know, this deep south of Texas because we were here to work to build our business. Would it have been nice to have gone out to South Padre Island and showed her that and spent the day there? Sure. But what would that have done for our business? Not. I'm not saying you can't go on vacations. I'm not saying you can't take a day off. Don't, by any means, do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week here. Don't. You will burn yourself out. You need to take at least a day for yourself. Now I speak of that where I try to take Fridays off. Doesn't always happen because a student might need me and I'm there because I'm your instructor, but I do avoid doing brand new startup calls with students. We are less than a minute. For tonight, pen and paper, guys. This is going to be a fun call tonight with Rory, and it should be interesting to see who our VIP is. He's dropped some names to us instructors, and it is what it is. But if you guys need to reach me, you know how to get me. I'm here for you. Let's do, you know, set up a Skype appointment, and we'll go from there. All right. All right, I know it's going to do a mic drop. Bye, guys. See you on the call tonight.